Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be learning about the human respiratory system. Let's take a look at the human respiratory system. It consists of the nostrils, nasal passage, pharynx, larynx, trachea, lungs, bronchi, bronchioles, alveoli, and diaphragm. The oxygen-rich air enters through the nostrils. It moves into the nasal passage, which contains tiny hair and mucus to trap the fine dust particles entering into the respiratory system. The air passes through the pharynx. Pharynx is the common site where air and food reaches. Larynx is known as a sound box which produces sound. Then air enters into the trachea or the windpipe and food enters into the esophagus or the food pipe. There is a tiny flap of cartilage above the trachea called the epiglottis that prevents the food from entering into the trachea. The wind moves through the trachea. Trachea is lined by rings of cartilage that prevents the air from collapsing. If we blow air into a polythene bag and suddenly extract the air, it collapses. So in the same way, the trachea would collapse if there were no rings of cartilage. The air then diverges into an inverted Y-shaped structure called bronchi and reaches both the lungs. The lungs are protected by the rib cage. The air passes through the bronchi to reach even more branched structures called bronchioles. The air passes through these bronchioles to reach tiny sac-shaped structures called alveoli. Millions of alveoli are present that increases the area for the exchange of gases. The alveoli have very thin walls. They are lined with fine capillaries that carries the oxygen to the blood. Hemoglobin combines with oxygen to form oxyhemoglobin and carries the oxygen to different cells. Oxygen combines with the food present there to carry out cellular respiration. As a result of respiration, carbon dioxide is formed. Carbon dioxide is water soluble, so it dissolves in the blood and then moves back in the reverse direction through the alveoli, bronchioles, bronchi, trachea, pharynx, and is exhaled out through the nostrils. Diaphragm is a muscle that separates the chest cavity from the abdominal region. When air is inhaled, the diaphragm moves downward, and when air is exhaled, it comes back to its normal position. This is the entire mechanism of respiration in humans. Now let's take a quick recap of what we studied. The air enters into the nostrils, it passes through the nasal passage, reaches the pharynx, passes through the larynx, and moves into the inverted Y-shaped structure called the bronchi. The bronchi diverges the air into the two lungs. The bronchi are further subdivided to form many branch structures called the bronchioles. The bronchioles end with the alveoli. The alveoli are rich in blood capillaries. They have very thin walls for the exchange of gases. So, they pass the oxygen to the hemoglobin. Hemoglobin carries the oxygen to various cells. There, breakdown of food occurs with the help of oxygen to release carbon dioxide. This process is known as respiration. Now, carbon dioxide is highly soluble in water, so it moves through the blood and comes into the alveoli and moves out of the nostrils in the reverse pathway.